watching NewsX and I'm Vaishali Kohli. Now, the Union Railway Ministry has officially notified an increase in passenger train ticket prices, which will take effect from December 26. The Union Ministry announced revised ticket prices recently as part of measures to rationalize fares. This is the second time in a year that passenger train fares have been revised. Earlier fare hikes were implemented in July. In a statement, the ministry said, under the revised fare structure, there is no change in fares for suburban services and season tickets, including both suburban and non-suburban routes. For ordinary non-AC non-suburban services, fares have been rationalized in a graded manner across second-class ordinary, sleeper class ordinary, and first-class ordinary. The fare hike comes with the objective of balancing affordability for passengers and sustainability of operations. Now let's take a detailed look at key changes of the fare hike. So let me give you a view of that, viewers. Let's look at those key changes. Now the center hike railway fare, of course, the key changes are aims to balance passenger affordability, no change for suburban services and season tickets. Now fares revived for non-AC services is what we're getting you. The revised rates for journeys up to 215 kilometer. Now for distances between 216 kilometer to 750 kilometers, ₹5 has been increased, and for distances between 751 kilometer to 1,250 kilometers, ₹10 has increased. Now for distances between 125 kilometer to 1,251 kilometer, to 1,750 kilometer, ₹15 has increased, and for distances between 1,751 kilometer to 2,250 kilometer, ₹20 has increased. Now when paisa per kilometer increase for sleeper class, first class tickets, 2 paise per kilometer increase for AC, non-AC classes, and this includes sleeper class, first class, AC tier 2 and 3. Alright, now viewers, of course, we're going to try and connect with my colleague Arzu Seth, who is joining me with more details. Arzu, you're there at the New Delhi railway station. What more can you tell us? Alright viewers, we'll try and reconnect with my colleague Arzu. But of course, the Union Railway Ministry has officially notified an increase in passenger train ticket prices, which will take effect from December 26, which is today. The Union Ministry has announced revised ticket prices recently as part of measures to rationalize fares. This is the second time in a year that passenger train fares have been revised. Earlier fare hike was implemented in July, and in a statement, the ministry has said that under the revised fare structure, there's no change in fares. I have Rumi Mishra joining me with more details. Rumi, what can you tell us?
Yes, Vaishali, well, the Ministry of Railways has said that the train fares have been hiked with the objective of balancing affordability for passengers and sustainability of operations. A long-distance train travel, of course, has gotten costlier today in India. The ministry has said that under the revised fare structure, there is no change in fares for suburban services and season tickets, including both suburban and non-suburban routes. The revised fares are applicable only on tickets booked on or after December 26. Tickets booked prior to this date will not attract any additional charges, even if the journey is undertaken after the effective date. The ministry has confirmed that. So, if we are talking about a second-class ordinary train booking, up to 215 kilometers, there has been no increase. From 216 to 750 kilometers, there's a minimal increase of ₹5 for each seat. from 751 to 1250 kilometers, there's an increase of rupees 10 in the ticket fares. From 1251 to 750 kilometers, there's a rupees 15 increase in ticket fares. While from 1751 to 2250 kilometers, the increase is marginally higher at rupees 20 per ticket seat. For sleeper class ordinary, meanwhile, the ticket fare has been increased by 1 paisa per kilometer. So here the charges have differed on a kilometer basis.
All right. I also have now Arzu Seth joining me from the New Delhi railway station. Arzu, what more can you tell us?
Well, yes, the changes will come in effect from today, and there will be some price hike that the railway has done. In fact, we talk about the price hike is expected to create 600 crore revenue gain from today onwards, and this change is going to bring. And also, if we talk about under the new ticket pricing structure, passengers will pay 1 paisa per kilometer extra on journey beyond 215 kilometer in ordinary class. Also 2 paisa per kilometer for mail express, also non-AC and AC classes. For passengers travelling shorter routes than 215 kilometers, there is no hike in ticket prices. Meanwhile, passengers on the 500 kilometer AC journey will pay an additional rupees 10 for their journey. So definitely to maintain the affordability for lower and middle income families, the railway has not increased the monthly season ticket, and also not much price hike has been seen. But yes, we'll try to have a conversation with some of the passengers who are standing here to get their reaction. How do they see? एक मिनट आप लोगों से बातचीत करना चाहेंगे. रेलवे आज से टिकट की प्राइस जो है वो बढ़ा रहा है. तो क्या हुआ, आप भी तो ट्रैवल करते हो?
नहीं, मैं गांव ही नहीं जा रहा हूँ, मैं बहुत दिन हो गए मेरे को.
कहाँ है गांव आप?
मेरा बिहार है.
बिहार है, तो बिहार की जो जर्नी होगी वो महंगी हो जाएगी.
पता नहीं,
मैं बता रही हूँ आपको.
महंगी हो जाएगी.
टिकट के दाम बढ़ जाएंगे.
पता नहीं, मैं इस बारे में मेरे को अंदेशा नहीं है.
आप लोग कैसे देखते हैं प्राइस जो टिकट के दाम जो है बड़े हैं? आपको लगता है आप लोगों को अब ये एक मार सहनी पड़ेगी?
सहनी तो पड़ेगी, क्या करे होगा.
गाँव कहाँ है?
हम तो मंडी.
तो फिर अब मंडी जाना महंगा हो जाएगा आप लोगों के लिए. तो आपको लगता है कि जरूरी भी है, थोड़ा बढ़ेगा तो डेवलपमेंट भी होगा, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर और ट्रेनें भी बढ़ेंगी, आपको लगता है? या फिर आपको लगता है कि नहीं, बढ़ना नहीं चाहिए?
क्या करे, बढ़ना तो चाहिए. एक ही बार जाएंगे हम, साल में एक बार जाएंगे छुट्टी. क्या करें, एक ही बार जाते हैं छुट्टी, क्या करना.
कैसे देखते हैं आप प्राइस जो टिकट के प्राइस बढ़ रहे हैं? प्रति किलोमीटर जो है वो दाम बढ़ने देखने को मिलेगा. 215 किलोमीटर से जो दूर की जर्नी है वो महंगी हो जाएगी. कैसे आप लोग देख रहे हैं? आपको लगता है कि ज़रूरी है थोड़ा हाइक होना ताकि और तेज़ी से डेवलपमेंट हो, या फिर नहीं बढ़ना चाहिए?
हाँ जी मैम, बढ़ना चाहिए. डेवलपमेंट होनी चाहिए, देश की डेवलपमेंट होनी चाहिए, देश बढ़ना चाहिए, आगे बढ़ना चाहिए. देश की तरक्की हो रही है तो बढ़िया कदम लिया है सरकार ने.
ऐसा कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है अगर बढ़ता है?
नहीं मैम, नहीं, कोई प्रॉब्लम.
विल ट्राई टू हैव रिएक्शन. एक बात बताइए, आज से जो टिकट है वो थोड़ा महंगा होगा, आप लोगों को प्रॉब्लम होगी, उससे दिक्कत होगी आप लोगों को?
हमको टिकट के बारे में नहीं पता, अभी तो टिकट कटावे गए हैं.
अच्छा, तो महंगा होगा तो पैसा आपका ज्यादा जाएगा.
अभी कटा के आएंगे तो वही बताएंगे.
Definitely, what the people are saying that if there is a minor increase, then passenger would not face much problem as they only go, as they talk about their travel, and they're saying that if there is a minor change, minor increase, then it's also important for the development, as the railway has also stated that there will be an increase in revenue also. So definitely the passengers are taking it in a better way. Yes.
Arzu, now the question really is about, the government is of course saying that these measures are to rationalize fares, but what more are you gathering on that?
Can you please repeat?
Arzu, I'm seeing that the government has of course said that this is a measure that's supposed to be rationalizing the fares, but what really has been the reason? What more are you gathering on that?
Well, Well, definitely, what the government is saying that there is a need to increase the number of trains, that the revenue will be increased, and that will be used in the infrastructure, of the railways concern. Also, we'll try to have more conversation with the people who are standing here to gauge what they are thinking and how do they see. आप लोगों से एक मिनट बात करना चाहेंगे, ये जो रेलवे ने टिकट के प्राइसों को थोड़ा बढ़ाया है, कुछ आप ट्रेवल करते हैं ट्रेन से? नहीं करते?
मैं यही करता हूँ।
ये पैदल जाते हैं. So definitely, some of the people are not ready to share their views. But yes, the changes have been done, as I also earlier mentioned. And, the people are hoping that if the government has increased the fare, they will be using it in a better way. The number of trains are going to increase so that the passengers doesn't face any problem while they are traveling to their villages, their cities. Yes.
Now, Arzu, there's also the question of that there's no change in the fares when it for suburban services and season tickets, including both suburban and non-suburban services. What more can you tell us on that? Are there any particular routes that have been affected as well?
Well, as we talk about the changes that have been done, if we talk about the price hike, what the government has said that there is no hike in ticket prices for the routes shorter routes than 215 kilometers. But after that, there will be an increase for the journey beyond 215, and to maintain the affordability for low and middle income families, the railway has not increased the fares in the suburban and monthly season tickets. Also, according to the Railway Ministry, the previous fare hike in July 2025 has granted rupees 700 crore revenue till date. So Indian Railway has planned an operation of in fact special trains across the 8 zone for Christmas and New Year. Also, as we can see, a huge public is there at the railway station because there is a New Year, there is a long holiday that the people go on from Christmas to New Year. So for that also railway has prepared themselves, and now from today onwards there will be a new price hike that will be effective from today itself. Yes.
Thanks, Arzu, for joining me.